Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Myrtle Beach Podcast. My name's Sean.
The Myrtle Beach Podcast.
What the flagship Myrtle Beach Podcast. We should change the name to the Myrtle Beach Podcast. So this week we are in.
That was abrupt.
Yeah, just for the recording. Those at home won't notice. But we're enjoying this wonderful spring weather. I believe it's 45 degrees outside. Tuesday, March 13th.
Mother Nature's ticking me off, man. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah? Not a fan of cold?
Yeah, no, we got cold. I didn't even look at the weather, but I think it's supposed to be cold for like another 3 days, 4 days.
Wow.
It's not good for me.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah, it's supposed to be cold, well, basically every night until like Saturday, and then it starts to warm back up to like 68 on Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah. So what'd you do last weekend?
Nothing special, man. Do normal Friday night stuff, and then spent some time with some family on the weekend as well. What about you?
I moved. We've been moving, and it is a lot of work, and it really wears you out.
I bet it's you're not moving far, but you're moving
around the corner.
A whole house that has kids in it, so I can imagine there's a lot of.
Yeah, so we technically can't move in until the 1st, but they are letting us move stuff. So every day we're taking a box or two. We actually have a lot of boxes already over there, but we've done a pretty good job of it.
There's 2 men in a truck. You should have just hired 2 men in a truck.
Well, trying to save some money here. We do, though, however, have a truck on the last day, but the place we're moving, we're getting rid of our couch, so we're not going to move the couch. Sold that on Facebook.
All right.
Shout out to Facebook Marketplace.
It's sold?
Sold all kinds of stuff on there.
Every time I sell stuff on any Let Go or Facebook, it's always like, is this still available? Yes, it's still available. And then ghost.
Yeah, I've had that a lot. It's like
they don't ask any qualifying questions. It's just, is this available? And I'm like, yeah, I still got it. And
well,
then, gone.
I think people are doing that whole. So there's this thing I saw on the internet, and everything on there is real.
Yeah,
so
that's what Abraham Lincoln said.
It's where you what?
You haven't seen that meme where
no.
Yeah, there's like Abraham Lincoln quoting the internet or something. I don't know. Yeah,
no, I've not seen it. But anyway, if you're about to buy something online, go to open your notepad and write it down, and then the next day read it and see if you still want it. I've done that. All it's become to me is a shopping list.
I don't know. Yeah, seriously, I don't think my opinion is going to change that quickly.
Well, most of the things that I buy online are actually things out of necessity. Mm-hmm. So, for example, today I don't have headphones on, so if I am talking louder than I'm supposed to, I'm sorry. But part of that is the splitter that we use to listen monitor isn't working correctly, and yeah, so I
So now you have that on your list as well.
Right, exactly, and we need that. Another microphone, another mic stand. There's a lot of things that we're getting. More sound dampening, although I think we're doing pretty decent with sound. So yeah. That's pretty much it. So just in reference, this is also part of the our flash briefing now. This podcast. Mm-hmm. So.
Sponsored by SoundUpNow.com.
Yes, and if you use the code podcast, you can save $5 a month on getting your own flash briefing. It's great for local stuff. So this is the part where normally we would just discuss the events coming up.
See, look, man, this is what Abraham Lincoln said.
Don't believe everything you read on the internet just because there's a picture with a quote next to it. Abraham Lincoln. I mean, I've got to believe it if he said it.
He was smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt your thought process there, but
no, it's fine. So this is the events for the week. St. Patty's Day is on Saturday.
There's 5 million events on Facebook.
So that's it.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of small ones.
Easter's coming up. There's a trillion breakfast with the bunny rabbit.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of those. I only brought 2 specific events this time just because we're so cluttered with all these events. I don't even know if you brought anything specifically or not.
I did. So starting this Thursday, Nathan's Hot Dog in North Myrtle Beach on Main Street is doing Kids Night, where if you go in, you get some food, you have to order food, you get free ice cream afterwards for the kids. and they have little, like, I think it's called scoops. It's in the same place, and you get some ice cream.
Right.
Pretty cool. And it's
Right.
not just like soft serve. It's like any types of, I say that, a lot of people like soft serve. Soft serve's fine.
Right.
A lot of different ice cream flavors, and that starts on Thursday, and it'll be Thursday nights. I don't know if there's even a time. It might just be all day Thursday. So just go in and ask. Also, they'll be doing stuff on St. Patty's Day, as will Sky Bar, as will Pirates Cove, as will Ducks, and everywhere else on Main Street. There's a parade Saturday.
I was going to say that's one of the events I brought was the North Myrtle Beach St. Patty's Day parade and festival, actually, which is on Saturday. I think
it's a party.
I think it starts really early. Like the parade's early.
9.
I hope the weather's good because I would not want to be in a parade this morning. I'll tell you that. It's too cold.
Yeah. So that's it. I mean, you guys all know what you're doing on St. Patty's Day at this point.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of questions that I want to ask you about events. I'm seeing a lot of paint nights.
Well, we talked about last week. We talked about the Glow Rage over at the Boathouse, and I saw via Snapchat, probably Snapchat, what was going on. And I mean, I'm not new to that. I've never been to one. It's not my thing, but it was really fun to watch. And actually, I would like to be a fly on the wall just to watch this happen because it was a bunch of look like college kids age out there in white clothes and black lights. So obviously they're just glowing and just getting doused with paint from the stage. Like the DJ's up there doing their thing and just some
Inside or outside?
No, I was inside.
And so they have paint all over Boathouse now.
Well, the Boathouse prepared. They put like plastic on the walls.
I feel like you can only prepare for that so much. There's got to be paint. It's
not the first time they've done it, so I know Jason over at the Boathouse has probably got a really good idea of how to manage it. But I saw that there was plastic on the walls, plastic on the floor. Everything was covered, and I bet, if you pop in today, you probably won't notice. But they have another one this Thursday, actually. And I'm not going. I don't have any intentions of going, but I wouldn't mind being there or just like
no part of me says, someone throw paint at me while I dance. I already have a hard enough time dancing.
Somebody needs to set up a live stream camera.
Yeah, I mean, that's like going
I have one of those live stream cameras.
That would actually, if you've got the Mevo, that would be really cool to actually have.
I'd watch it from home, man. That's how I know I'm getting
More
old,
places should do that. I won't go into an app idea you had once, but more people should have live streams of their place going on. So
there's one place around here I know that has a constant feed, a live stream feed using a specialized camera for that. The same kind of camera I have. And they do it, I won't say every day, but I'm talking like once, twice a week. They just live stream like the whole evening. Just set the thing up and let it run. So if you're at that bar, which I will not call out, and you're not supposed to be there, you're going to get caught.
Be careful.
They're going to see you.
So I feel like paint is like a big thing. So you have people throwing paint at you while you dance, and then you have these paint nights. Like this week there's one at Wahlburgers. Is it just someone that was an artist, maybe an artist teacher, and they're just like, I'm going to start a business and teach people how to paint?
I don't know who started all that, what you're talking about, but
there's one every week.
Wine and Design was one of the first places I've seen that do it, where you kind of just go chill with a glass of wine or whatever and paint. And that it seems like, I'm not sure if they were the pioneers or whatever, but that seems to have taken off, and now they just take it from place to place. Like restaurants are, getting these people to bring customers in. It's not a bad business idea, really. Everybody wins. So,
and here's another event real quick. This is Saturday, breakfast with the Easter Bunny at Tupelo Honey. And all these
the full-size Easter Bunny?
The full-size Easter Bunny, yes.
Okay.
That's a reference to episode
back up
4 episodes ago. Go back and listen to that and to the very end. So this is, and by the way, we are not sponsored or paid by any of these events. These are events that we find and we share to you, Greg. So this is a Tupelo Honey is $10, and we went to this for when they had the full-size Santa, and it was the best food I've ever had. And you think buffet, and you might think Golden Corral. No, this will not leave you in the bathroom for the weekend. They make these homemade biscuits and this blackberry jelly jam, whichever. What's the difference between jelly and jam? That's another podcast.
I can tell you jam's a lot easier to spread on toast. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. So it is awesome. They're homemade pancakes, and I'm not talking about from the box. I mean, these are just different looking. Tupelo Honey has some really good food. I had a banana Foster pancake there when we went to one in Asheville, and
I don't know if I've ever ate one of those kind of pancakes before.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm going to go. I don't want to go down the road of food because obviously I haven't eaten. Is why I'm speaking about this.
Well, wait till you hear my next event.
Oh boy. So anyway, that's at Tupelo Honey. That's this Saturday if you're not going out drinking green beer, which.
Well, I guess you could do both.
This is very true.
Just don't spill the green beer on the white bunny.
Yeah, and it's free for ages 3 and under. It includes coffee, soft drinks, juice, or milk. And what do you have?
The only other event I bought today was because I only brought 2, just because it's so cluttered, like we said, with St. Patty's Day and Easter. So I picked 2. This one got a lot of traction, a lot of attention. It's the 3rd annual Bacon Fest. I mean,
man.
Yeah, it's got a lot. It must be pretty huge.
You sure this isn't part of your weird news?
No, man. This must be like legit because it's getting a lot of traction. It's getting a lot of sponsors, like Nash 106.5, Evan Williams Bourbon, Carolina Pride. I mean, there's a lot of things going on here, and I see there's a lot of people that are checking in and saying they're probably going. I don't really know all the details of it. But I can tell you it's at the House of Blues, and it's Saturday the 31st at 11 a.m. So I'm not sure if it's a competition. I haven't got a chance to read through all the details, but Bacon Fest 2018. It's the 3rd annual, so we've done this before.
I don't know what to say about that, but I'm just going to go on ahead and say that's kind of it for the events. There's a lot of St. Patty's things going on.
Go to discovermyrtle.com/events
or just open Facebook at this point.
Yeah, just open Facebook
for this.
We've got all kinds of stuff there.
I assume you have some weird news. I actually have one.
Go ahead. I'm all ears, man.
So I shared this on Facebook, and don't feel bad. I did not tag you because I didn't really want you to see it yet, but I needed to bookmark it somehow and remember it. And it's professional tag. Have you seen this?
I saw you. I saw you post a link last night, and I just didn't click it
without a video. Right, exactly.
I got an idea.
It worked. You didn't see it yet.
No, I did not.
So, let me tell you about this professional tag. It is the most. It's when you see people do parkour, and it's like they're like jumping in ways they wouldn't normally jump just because they just want to yell parkour while they're doing it.
Parkour. Yeah.
Yeah. This is an insane little, and I'm going to show you a clip of it here.
Okay.
And we'll have a link to this in the description, of course.
Yeah, post that link.
The internet is horrible.
So it's professional, like tag you're it.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I read it. I was thinking like laser tag or something.
It is the most intense looking game of tag. They're running around an obstacle course and just, I mean, it looks like some kids at a park, but
this looks like really agile adults in the park.
Someone's going to get hurt really bad on this.
It's the most awesome thing I've ever seen.
It is incredible.
I will pay to watch this.
I'm really curious about where you can actually go and see this. I kind of want to do it, except for that it looks like you would hurt really bad. He just fell right there off the stage.
I'm not going to embark on actually doing it. But I will watch this.
Yeah, so it is the coolest looking thing.
It's like watching Cops.
Yeah, except these guys are kind of parkouring a little bit. It's so funny. Like there's one point where a guy tries a little parkour move or whatever, and then he fails, and it's kind of great. I think it's right there. He just falls out. So
you should share. You should share that.
Yeah, I was saving it for the podcast. Anyway, it's a really cool thing.
Where did you find that at?
Man, I'll tell you what. 1:00 in the morning on Reddit, you find some stuff.
That's why I don't get on Reddit after midnight.
Yeah, sometimes you end up on that side of the internet.
Yeah, I've got the app and I just avoid it after midnight.
Actually, you know what? Reddit has become my
Google.
news feed.
It's like Google.
I open Reddit to kind of get a feel or a beat on what's going on. Oddly, if you go to popular, it's like you kind of have an idea of what people are interested in because it's not the same as Facebook with a bunch of people promoting stuff. It's actual what people are interested in, and it's sometimes very fake and very offensive, but sometimes you really find something like that, and I want to know when we're going to start the first annual Discover Myrtle Beach tag team.
I don't know, but we will sponsor that. We will have a team.
I'm going to reach out to people. That has to happen.
We're going to go to Rock and Jump and see if we can find like really any agile adults over there. And we'll recruit them.
If you remember Kryptonite, Club Kryptonite, they had the dodgeball.
It's no longer there. It's legends now, but They did have that. I think they still do that, but it's somewhere else.
Well, we need tags.
Anyway. Yeah. I tell you, you said something that made me think. I saw, before I get into weird news, it made me think. I saw an article. I don't remember who shared it yesterday, but they were talking about the demographics age-wise on all the social media platforms. You were talking about Reddit. That's what made me think. And it was saying how Facebook is losing the ages of 12 and up. Mm-hmm. We all know where they're at. They're on Snapchat or they're streaming various streaming services that people use, Twitch and YouNow and all that kind of stuff. But I was just kind of like thinking, as far as which one came first, the cart or the horse. Did the kids start abandoning Facebook because the adults showed up?
I think so. I do.
But is it because the adults showed up and started polluting it with like politics and like everything else that the kids don't like? When the kids come home, they don't turn on the news; they turn on whatever they want to watch.
My dad has shared some things that I've been like, I think that's fake.
Well, it makes me wonder if they were like, okay, adults here leave, or if they were like, okay, the adults here are sharing stuff that I could care less about, so I'm out. Like, I wonder.
Not just single my dad out. My mom, my brother, we've all shared things that are fake that you didn't realize were fake at the first point, by the way.
Well,
because, Dad, if you're listening.
There's a lot of fake stuff on Facebook. And that's actually a segment I was going to try and start rolling out next week. But since we're here, and since we're talking about it, let's talk about some fake articles. What's the first one you've seen that gets shared all the time? That it's known, it's fake, but it just kind of makes the rounds.
There's so many, I don't even know where to start.
Okay. Let me start. Let's start with, there's a couple good ones. The famous person moving to Myrtle Beach, like insert name. Okay. If you've seen this, just know it's fake. I've seen it for Johnny Depp.
I've seen that.
I've seen it for Leonardo DiCaprio. I've seen it for various, usually actors. And it usually the article is always the same. It's written exactly the same. These people are copy and pasting the story, and they're just changing the celebrity's name and changing the city. But it'll say something about how that particular person filmed in the area and really loved it, and the people were just good, honest people or something. And then they'll say they're moving to the area, and of course everybody loses their minds and starts sharing it. So if you see something about Johnny Depp moving to the area or Leonardo DiCaprio and you Google it, you'll find out that is a fake article.
Where are they going to move, Grand Dunes?
I see it usually 3 or 4 times a year, at least.
Are they looking in the Grand Dunes? If you're a realtor, you should get on that.
No, I don't know if it.
I'm just going to continue making your fake news spread.
Yeah, I don't even know if it says where they're moving to, but it does say the area. But if you basically just copy and paste the wording into Google, you'll find the same article for 20 other cities. But they'll just change it.
That's a really great way to make ad revenue.
That's what they're doing. That's what people don't understand is they're giving.
I literally can tell you.
They're exploiting.
I have software that I could write a fake article and change the state.
You're the culprit.
Target
you did it, didn't you?
I should have. Yeah. That's
what they're doing. They're getting revenue, and that's how the internet works. But the other one I've seen a lot is the guy dying or accidentally getting cremated.
I've not seen that.
Yeah,
It
says the guy works in a funeral home and he decided to take a nap on a stretcher and he got confused for a corpse and put into the furnace.
That's one of those.
I would think if you worked in a funeral home, you could easily distinguish between a live person and a dead person. But it's a fake article.
I agree with it, but I tend to. That's the kind of thing that I like. I either don't care about or wouldn't read because it's probably fake.
Right.
At the same time, though, I'm part of that demographic. I don't really read Facebook anymore. Lately, when I pick up my phone, I check the Instagram because I like pictures.
Right.
Not that I don't like to read. I just normally don't have time to read. Or I go on Reddit or something.
I like to read articles, but they have to be legit. And those two in particular were fake. And there's always some fake videos out there or altered videos. Like I think the one I see a lot is the dog going down the ladder backwards.
Have you seen the dog being taken off by a drone?
No.
There's some good ones.
There's this one of a dog that's going down a ladder backwards. And what people don't understand is it is legit, but the video's in reverse.
Oh my god!
The dog went up the ladder. Somebody played it in reverse, and so they think the dog has enough sense to back his way off the roof and go down the ladder. So that's a fake video as well. But we'll start that segment later in more detail. But I'm going to try and have at least one article or one thing that I see on social media every week that is bona fide, verified, fake.
Okay.
Fake news. Insert Donald Trump soundbite right there.
You'll start a hashtag fake news
Myrtle Beach.
What do you call them? Exposer. We're going to start another podcast. We're just going to name it hashtag random.
Yeah.
We're just going to talk about everything and anything.
We're getting off the rails real quick.
Yeah. So what else you got?
Well, weird news. We'll get into that. Let's see. You ever had a feeling you should do something? You ever had a gut feeling? Call it a gut feeling. Some people call it a sixth sense.
Now you make me feel like I need to go play the lottery.
Funny you should say that. This to be clear, I have not told you what story.
No, I don't even know.
So, a South Carolina woman said she owes a $250,000 lottery jackpot to a feeling that caused her to go back inside of a store and finish her shopping and buy an extra scratch-off ticket. She just had a,
So I'm taking this as a sign. All right, I'm going right now. I'm going.
She went and actually, she was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to my gut. She went back, won $250,000, man.
Wow.
The husband said she called me hollering. I said, that's how I know they're from here because he
called me hollering.
I say,
so is it a sign that I guessed your article? By the way, he does not show these to me ahead of time.
No. Nope.
Which we'd probably be a little more organized if we did, but
it takes the fun right out of it.
Yeah, trust me, go on YouTube. Reaction videos, they're a thing.
This is the best thing ever.
Yeah, I got to tell you, go look up Lost in Vegas if you like rock music. These guys, they're hip hop heads. That's what they used to do, like hip hop review reaction videos. Someone suggested like a Megadeth song to them, and now they're doing all these like metal videos, like Metallica and a bunch of stuff like that. And it's hilarious, some of the reactions on some of those.
You know what we're gonna do? We're going to have to arrange this. Have you seen the dad joke square-offs on Facebook? I think I sent you one.
I don't know if I want to see this.
Basically what it is it's usually two guys, and they sit across from a table much like this, and they give each other like the really cheesy. Like,
oh, you did. It was Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, and a lot of people do it, and you basically just see who can make the other one laugh the most, and obviously the points are given out. But we got to do that because that would be great.
We should do it on it should be the ending segment.
We'll see if we can get Savannah.
It can go on our random podcast.
Savannah, if you're listening, we're going to put you in the dad joke segment next time. Since we have been sponsored by SoundUpNow.com, I figured it'd be good to throw in an Alexa story. Now, we're going to have a sound bite for this. You guys will hear it in a second.
That's what it's going to be,
Yeah.
right?
Sean's probably already heard this one before.
Oh, yeah.
But basically, Alexa has been recently going off at random times with like a really creepy laugh. And nobody knows why. But I've listened to the laugh. And I wouldn't say it's the most creepy laugh I've ever heard. But if you're sitting in your house and you're just chilling and suddenly Alexa starts doing this, I might burn the Alexa.
Here,
I might throw it.
I'm going to hold this to the mic. Let's see if you guys can hear it really quick.
Okay. That's creepy.
Yeah,
to do it, unprovoked. To just see, did she do it again?
No. So this is how someone got that. By the way, is if your Alexa says anything, you can say play last sound, and she'll go back and play the last thing she did. So that's how people are actually getting the recording of it, because they heard it and they'll go, Alexa, play last sound. The worst thing could be is that she doesn't laugh and that there's actually someone hiding in your house. But they actually said that they made that command and apparently it was too easy to trigger, is what they said. So now they've changed it from Alexa laugh to Alexa, can you laugh?
Well, she does, and she is like straight murder scene creepy.
Oh, and they changed the laugh too. She goes, of course I can. Tee-hee-hee. So
she's like Siri now.
Which also would be creepy if you heard that in the background as well.
So you remember the little boy from Pet Sematary? Did you ever use his voice on there? Not fair. Last story I have for weird news. It's mildly gross, but I think it's pretty funny.
Oh boy.
No, it's not as bad as the last gross one we had.
We should go back and censor that episode.
An Ohio woman says she found a tooth with dried blood on it while eating.
Still disgusting.
She was eating cashews, man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is worse.
Yeah. Like she didn't find it. She found it in her mouth
So that's our episode again. Daniel once again trying to gross everybody out on their way to lunch.
I got to finish that. She said she felt something.
You don't have to describe that part.
While eating the nuts, and she looked down, and sure enough, it was a bloody tooth, and it wasn't hers, and it was dried. It was dried blood. So I don't know, how does this happen in a factory? I don't understand.
Leave in the comments below. Do you want Daniel to continue these disgusting, weird stories?
Do not test me. I will start a whole gross news segment. I will eliminate odd and just make it gross. Yeah, that's the weird news I have for now. All these links are posted on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Discover Myrtle, and the events you can find there as well, or at discovermyrtle.com/events. I don't know, Sean. What else you got? You got anything? It's a slow week for events, so
it really is, and we're at the 25-minute mark anyway. So
you guys are tired of listening to us.
Yeah. So next week, I'm going to give a little bit of a review. I ordered a device. It should come in Monday, and it plays Alexa in your car, which should be really cool. You should definitely check out Discover Myrtle Beach on Alexa, because you can listen to this podcast on there as part of your flash briefing in your car, and soon we'll have a podcast skill. You just say, play Discover Myrtle Beach Podcast or Myrtle Beach Podcast, and it'll play. It'd be really cool. So thank you to soundupnow.com for doing that.
If you're a business and you have an event coming up, please contact us on Facebook, email us, go to our website, anything. We do not charge to promote the events. We have sponsorship packages, but events we do not charge for. I think that's it, man. I think I'm good to go.
That's it. I'm Sean. That's Daniel.